Hello and welcome in to the annual U of T IT hockey game, the third straight year we've had this event here at Varsity Arena. I'm Matthew Izakow, joined by Jordan Holmes as we look forward to what should be a fun hockey game out there.
Yeah, Matthew, I think this is going to be very likely the best hockey you've ever seen in your life. That's my prediction for what's going to happen today.
Well, we've seen some confidence in the coaches. We spoke to Green Team coach Donna Kidwell before the game, who was very, I'd say she had high hopes from what her team was going to be able to do today.
I think it's fair to say, as our acting CIO, that this is going to be one of our new strategic directives for this team to do very well today. That's what I think needs to happen.
Well, we'll get to see a glimpse into what her strategy is based on how she coaches today, I'm sure.
I think so. We'll get some keen insights into Donna's leadership style and strategic acumen with this game.
And maybe most importantly, how competitive she is.
That's right. That's right. She does hail from Arizona, most recently, so she's going to bring some of that Arizona energy, and I, for one, am looking forward to it.
It'll be exciting, and we're just waiting out. I think the goalies are still finalizing, getting ready over here, but some low numbers for each team. Looks like we got 7 or 8 skaters aside, and when you got an hour to play with, it's a lot of skating around.
That is, Matthew, that is a lot of skating. I'm not, I have to admit, I don't follow hockey that closely, but it seems like, maybe this might be a line in a bit,
Yeah. Listen, as a guy that does play hockey, I don't envy any of them for now. The first 10 minutes I'll be a little bit jealous, but as we hit that 3:30 mark or so, you'll see some hunched over, hands-on knees players, I'm sure.
I have it on some authority that some of these players may not be the springest of chickens either. So I think that being said, this is going to be a very high-level game. I think we all can appreciate that.
Yeah, and you can see the competitiveness there already where, if I'm not mistaken, that's Lori Harrison going over to talk to Donna Kidwell. I think they're discussing strategy despite being on opposing teams.
Absolutely.
Never seen that before.
Absolutely, that's what's happening right now. We got some players warming up on.
So we're going to take a look. That's Angelo Shinzano, the manager of Salesforce and Technical Support at Rotman School of Management. It's a fun little note you've got on him here.
The intel that we have is best player on the ice. So keep your eyes on number 24.
The good news for him is that means there's a ton of talent. The bad news is it means he's less likely to be the one to go off for changes.
That's right.
So he's got a long game ahead of him.
Yeah, I wouldn't burn yourself out too soon there, Angelo.
As we get a look at one of our officials, I'm not sure if that's Russell or Howie, but both Sutherlands is the last name for the officials today. If I'm not mistaken, the same officials as we had last year. They did a great job last year. Expect nothing less from them this year.
Okay, it looks like we are almost ready to get started. We have the captains calling in their players.
You got to wonder, do they pivot to posts and crossbars here without any goaltenders?
Posts and crossbars. Oh, we're calling for.
I think we're doing a pregame IT meeting.
We call it a scrum. We're scrumming right now.
Maybe even a conference. This isn't the thing that showed up on my teams. From what I can hear, it sounds like we're just laying out the ground rules. They want to make sure everyone's able to show up to work tomorrow.
Yeah. It looks like Donna is sort of sorting out some of the ground rules with the refs as well.
Safe assumption, though, is after they get these ground rules sorted out, is we are going to get started with play. We're going to be 3 15-minute periods of run time.
Matthew, that is tight.
It's going to be very close. We might have to see how we come up against that 4 o'clock timer. But for now, it looks like we will have the time, assuming we get started in the next couple minutes.
I think it's fair to say that there will be a minimum of dillying and dallying. This will be a pretty action-packed game.
One would hope, but you never know what you're going to get.
Looks like they're still talking strategy pretty intensely. Our head coach for the white team, Mr. Avi Hyman.
It sounds like we're about to get a national anthem.
It does.
So we'll let the sound system take that one away. Jordan, it's yet to be determined, I guess, how these players will be as hockey players. But in terms of singers, I thought we were listening to the voices of angels over there for a moment.
Absolutely, Matthew. I couldn't agree more. I know that the folks at home cannot get the full appreciation of just how angelic that was. And you know what I think, Matthew? I think we've done the country a favor today by not really participating in the singing because we didn't want to overwhelm the viewers' experience. And
well, they're going to have enough of our voice very shortly. I didn't think they needed our singing voice as well.
I agree. And now we have acting CIO Donna Kidwell out to drop the puck.
Hopefully she gets some help back to the bench.
I hope so.
That is a long walk. and out of the ordinary, start from this official who's out on his phone ready to take a picture.
That is unorthodox, but I'll accept it.
And it looks like we have one goalie on the bench. It's Endo. Like Prince, Madonna, just Endo.
Just Endo.
It's a name you won't forget, I'm sure, after today.
And taking our face-off today, we have Matt Wilkes on the white team, facing off against Angelo Shinzano. Who do you think's going to win, Matthew? Who's your money on?
You know, we did say that Shinzano is the best player on the ice, so our intel tells us. So I think I'm leaning that way. We're going to call it a draw.
Okay. Ceremonial. Love it.
You gave me two options. Neither of them were right.
Well,
it's about as lose-lose as it gets over here.
Sometimes the game is rigged, Matthew.
The house always wins. All right, so by the looks of it, both teams with 3 or 4 subs. Are we starting with 4-on-4?
4-on-4.
Well, green seems to think 5-on-5. White seems to think 4-on-4.
Well, it's one interesting tidbit so far is that only white has a goalie. This could be a little lopsided.
That's not something I've seen before, but you know, it's a bold statement from green to say we're that much better than you. We don't need a goalie. As they drop the puck, we're underway. White gets it in their corner. They start moving up ice. Trying to score on the empty net from his own blue line. Goes just wide.
David Locke back with the puck, trying to clear it out.
As they battle along the boards with it here. Green got to be careful, as we mentioned plenty of times already. No netminder.
No netminder, although, do they need one? Look at this masterful control of the puck. They clear it from the zone.
And it makes its way right back in. White trying to apply some pressure.
A nice play by Laurie Harrison right there. Uh-oh, trouble.
A great diving play there by Locke, though, to make sure the pass didn't find its intended targets.
That's right.
Looks like the green netminder's just getting some stretches out before getting out on the ice.
That is confidence. I appreciate that. Uh-oh. A behind the back pass goes all wrong, and it is almost a breakaway.
Shinzano, the one to take it away. A great pass, and the shot's fanned on there by Douglas Carson.
Next time, Douglas.
Carson, a very practical, seasoned vet. Just missing an opportunity there.
Alana Zatzman now with the masterful clear. Oh, we've got some action.
Akira Feldman.
Oh, look at the spin. I don't know about that. I think we're going to have a little bit of a flag on the play. We are not.
I think we're stopping this to get the green goalie out there.
We might be.
Stick taps from everyone as we finally have 2 goalies, but a great move by Akira Feldman there. Going just over the net. Might be the most impressive shot we see all night. I guess evening, afternoon. It's still only 3 o'clock here.
And we're calling for some more green players. It looks like Donna's got to get on top of that ship there.
Hey, it's early.
It is early. Maybe maybe this is the strategy. We have to conserve the energy of the team. Oh, what a block.
Donna's trying to lull her opponents to sleep here, thinking that she has no clue what she's doing when secretly it's all the part of the master plan.
Part of the plan.
As it's Paulina Yurchenko,
Paulina Yurchenko.
fresh in the game, out of her net to play the puck. Spill at the blue line, nearly taken
and a
away.
recovery.
A great job
That's
to
going to
send
be
that out of the
offside.
zone.
Okay. No, we're good.
Nice move.
Nice.
Touch to the outside.
Very nice
Centering
move.
pass.
Paul Day.
Just misses.
We call him All Day
Player
Paul
in
Day.
front. Shot from the outside, stopped by Endo and held on to.
Endo, if you ever had any doubts, put them to rest.
He wouldn't have made us wait if he wasn't ready to put on a show.
That's right.
It's like a concert. You got the opening act first, and now the goaltender's out as he covers that one up. We'll get a face-off inside the team white zone. Another late substitution here for Green.
Garrett Green's having a little bit of trouble with the line changes.
It's always a little weird when you're short players. You never know who's supposed to come on and who's supposed to be going off, and it seems like everyone's already getting a little tired.
That's I can't imagine, but I think you might be right.
That puck shot on Yurchenko, who makes the save, and I think that left the field of play.
How is that possible?
I'm not too sure, to be frank. Must have avoided the netting.
Behind. Oh, and a goal. We have that. I know that Matt Wilkes was involved in that. I did not catch whether that was a pass. Can we check the replay on that?
Absolutely we can.
Oh, look at that. Wilkes with the pass.
It's Robert Testa.
Oh, Mr. Testa.
Just like our notes say, a reliable guy finds himself alone in front and beats Yurchenko.
I've got a better story about him. Did you know that he is also a magician? For real.
We just saw him pull up some magic in front of the net.
That's right.
Or do you mean like he can pull a rabbit out of a hat?
He can do the rabbit out of the hat, the whole deal. He's quite a versatile guy.
Wow. Count me into the next UFT IT talent show.
Matt Wilkes again. Oh, the one-timer just wide.
And Yurchenko with a great save as that one bounced off the rebound.
Jake Krause coming back to get it in the corner. He's digging.
Ooh, Testa wanted to add an assist there, but his pass just off the mark.
Just off. Oh, here we go.
Matt Glanfield brings it low, centers it in front. It's poked away by Endo.
Oh, that was a good chance.
White starting to put their foot on the gas pedal here. That shot's blocked and goes to the far corner. And Testa takes it away.
We're seeing a lot of Testa.
Some great tape back there. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's Derek Hunt.
Did you know that Derek Hunt is on my team?
He's on your team?
He's on my team.
Your hockey team, right?
No. He is part of the Academic Research and Collaborative Technologies team.
So what I'm hearing is you've probably got some great Derek Hunt stories.
That's correct. Derek originally hails from Alberta, Canada.
Okay.
He is a fantastic hockey player and a fantastic teammate, both on the ice and off the ice.
Would you say the same things if he wasn't watching?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Kier Feldman hands it off to Shinzano. Shinzano drops it in front.
Oh, close. There's a good chance. I think if they keep up that energy, they're going to do well.
Back the other way. It's
Back
Wilkes.
with Matt Wilkes.
Oh, he loses it on the deke. And it breaks into the corner before Green manages to clear it. That was Hunt. Seems like the stick's just the puck's attached to Hunt's stick at this point.
That's
Keeps
right.
finding its way there. Just about halfway through this first period, White with the lone goal so far thanks to Testa.
Everybody is looking super fresh, though.
It's these great quick changes.
That's
Both sides with 5 on the bench now, so it looks like we've seen a couple late arrivals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, they'll still be exhausted.
What would an IT team be without some late arrivals?
Shinzano now.
Oh, they weren't joking. Shinzano knows what's up. Look at this stick handling.
Circle centers it
and
in
the pass.
front. It's knocked away, but right back to his stick. To Hunt at the point.
To Hunt.
Looks like Shinzano's
Oh, I'm going to
circle
razz
back.
Derek about that later. It was a prime opportunity.
Meets you at the water cooler, but it's the first thing you bring up.
Now that was a nice pass.
And a great kick save
A
there
great kick save. Way to control that rebound.
on Kraus. Here comes Green the other way with that pass just out of its reach of the intended target. White out shooting Green 4-1 early in this one. Not exactly high offense so far.
Here's an opportunity for Green, and the pass is broken up. What a remarkable play to break that pass up.
And Endo's going to hold on. And what looks to be those school U of T uniforms as we get another look at that Kraus breakaway. A pad save there by Yurchenko. Makes its way out in front. But White, the first player's there. I love the strategy there. I think that's Mac Landfield using the boards as an assistance
absolutely.
on a stop.
Oh.
Trying the one-handed deke there.
The one-handed deke.
Brandon Wells would have been able to use that one in any conversation he ever had with Paulina. That one scored
Hey, Paulina, remember when I totally deked you out?
midway through any meeting they're in together.
That's right. It's probably why he didn't ultimately pull it off.
Poked free to center ice.
Oh, look at the steal. I was going to say that must have been Testa as the magician, but it wasn't.
No, it was Michael Kong.
Out to Alana Zatzman.
A fresh face here is Kong. It's his first IT hockey game yet, so he's got a chance to make a great first impression. Here's number 4. Not sure who that is. That shot stopped by Yurchenko.
That's right. I've got no intel on 4. It's not on our list.
I don't have a name. I got a number.
I'm pretty sure that White must have just brought in a ringer. That's probably an NHL player.
I'm going to be honest. He does kind of remind me of Bobby Orr.
That's right. You mean like present day Bobby Orr or like prime Bobby Orr?
I'll leave that up to the listeners'
That's right. Okay.
discretion.
Fair enough.
That way I can't get in any trouble. Green takes it away. Centers in front. Shinzano gets tied up.
That was a nice centering pass, though. And with the breakup of the play.
Takira Feldman walks and takes the shot. That one goes wide. This guy's got a missile. I would not want to be playing net when he's coming in. Shinzano shot.
And it scores.
All smiles on that one. Finding the top shelf, tying this game up at once. Best player on the ice. The rest cannot keep up.
Look at this. Oh, look at the fast hands on Shinzano. Impressive.
3.5 to go here in this first period. All tied up at 1. It's a fresh hockey game, basically.
If you're Donna, you got to be happy about that.
Well, she's definitely making notes on this game. I'm sure of that. As Derek Hunt takes a bit of a spill there. Behind the net, centering pass looking for Kraus, doesn't get through. Harrison's shot also doesn't get through. Lori Harrison's the Director of Digital Learning and Innovation, so she is quite familiar with this game. If I'm not mistaken, I think she had a pretty good game last year at the IT hockey
She sure
game.
did, Matthew. She is a very seasoned hockey player and a very seasoned leader with us at ITS. Lori really is part of the heart and soul of ITS. She organizes many of these social events.
Heart and soul player. Someone you always want on your team. Another sliding stop by Yurchenko. So I had an idea I wanted to run by you.
Sure. Shoot.
if there's some universe where this game finishes 3 15-minute periods and we're all tied, I think we finish it with a goalie versus goalie shootout.
Oh, I like that idea a lot.
I think everyone would have a great time with that.
Yeah.
The only concern is that too much skating for a goalie?
We'll see whoever's the freshest, and then we'll just have that goalie skate over to the other end.
I mean, even
I think
then,
it's
we
fair.
could just say, hey, you were both a couple minutes late to puck drop.
Oh,
You should have the freshest legs of anyone here.
that's correct. You know, I like you, Matthew. You're tough, but you're fair.
I think that's all I can ask. That's a nice evaluation. I'll take that.
And Glanfield with the nice dump in.
Centered in front, but it's blocked by the skates. The Team White defenseman. It's Michael Kung. Back the other way
Not
with
facing
it.
a lot of challenge here coming into the green zone.
Sent out to Bobby Orr. Centered in front, just out of the reach of Brandon Wells. I think I'm just going to roll with calling him Bobby Orr.
That works for me.
Unless told otherwise, I think that's the only fair way to play this. Under a minute to
and
go
the
in this
play
first
is broken
period.
up.
This team's tied up at 1. Shinzano and Testa,
Oh,
the
a
lone
little-
goal scorers, and we get a breakaway here for Feldman.
Uh-oh.
Goes to his backhand.
Oh, what a save.
A great save there.
Endo with the slide across.
Hopefully we get another look at that at some point. But why do you think he's only got one name? It's saves like that.
That's right. You got to earn it.
Akira Feldman's been buzzing. That's his third chance of the game. He's just going to say, I got this puck. Stops up at the hash mark, centers it in front. That shot's blocked on its way through. 20 seconds to go here in the
we got to
opening
race
frame.
to the puck now.
The pass hits the skate, and it makes its way to Testa.
Mr.
10 to go.
Testa couldn't pull the rabbit out of the hat on that one.
No buzzer beater
Nope.
by the looks of it for Team White. As we're going to get the horn in just
They
a second.
do get it back in the zone.
All tied up at 1s after 15 minutes.
Matthew, what if I were to tell you that there was a time and a place where you could gather with all of these great folks at IT and maybe learn a little something?
I'd ask where that place is and what time.
Well, Matthew, the annual IT at UT conference is coming up on May 6th and 7th at the St. George campus here at U of T. And do you know what this year's theme is?
I don't. Please indulge me.
Well, this year's theme is Metamorphosis, which is all about transforming what our vision is for tomorrow. The proposal submission deadline has been extended to April 7th, and the registration deadline for attendees is April 22nd. This is an in-person conference, so this will be a wonderful time for everybody to meet and greet and hang out with their IT at U of T colleagues. You'll get to meet IT leaders, technical specialists, decision makers, communications professionals, and administrators. We hope to see you there, so head on over to conference2025.its.utoronto.ca and register now.
One more time. Can I get that email?
Jeez, Matthew, you're killing me here. conference2025.its.utoronto.ca.
So if I were to show up, do you think they'd be willing to give me some advice on hockey?
Absolutely. Maybe there might be some data visualization involved, but, you know, I think that'd be useful.
Okay, cool. Might need some help with that data stuff. I am certainly not smart enough for that. That's why I'm up here talking about hockey.
Is that why I am here too?
Absolutely not. Just me.
We've got Robert Testa again in front, and he whiffs. A nice play, though. You know what the best thing you can do after whiffing? Is you go bury the puck out of the corner.
Absolutely. You got to get somebody else an opportunity. Walks out
Oh,
in
here we
front.
go.
That shot.
Oh, does not make it through the screen.
It does not. This pressure by Team White really giving the green side a tough time. It's Wilkes.
I think Donna needs to start yelling at her team a little bit more. That's what I think.
They're
Let's
too
get some
calm over there.
Don Cherry action up here.
Listen, sometimes you got to be a nice leader, and sometimes you got to be a feared leader. And now might be a good time for everyone to start fearing her.
That's right. And we've managed. I'm not sure if Green was able to clear that zone. That might have been incidental clearing.
I'm sure they were pretty happy it got out of the zone either way.
I think so.
Now they have possession of the puck with some time to regroup. It's Alex Matos. Banks it up the wall to Matt Glanfield.
Just as planned.
They might just be trying to tire out the white team. That's something we
The
haven't
old
considered yet.
rope-a-dope situation. Absolutely.
A great play there.
Oh, wow.
Michael Kwan, his shot doesn't get through. Michael Kwan, a bit of a wild card. Also, no information on him for us. It could be they just wanted us to do a little extra work.
You know how we feel about extra work up here in the broadcast booth.
It's not our favorite things.
Laurie Harrison with the shot. You got to get a little bit more juice on that squeeze there, Laurie.
Just a little bit more. Already 9 saves here for Paulina Yurchenko. She's gotten more than her share of work so far in the first 17 minutes of this one.
I mean, what's that, a 90% save percentage?
See, this is why you're the data guy and I'm not. But I do think you are correct there. Here's Derek Hunt crossing the blue line. Slowly gliding his way all the way down. Centers it in front. Finds Shinzano.
Come on.
Shinzano. His pass
and they're
taken
able
away.
to keep it back in just past the stick of Alana Zotzman. Oh, look at the dancing.
And down he
It
goes.
doesn't
Brandon
work out
Wells.
this time.
We're going to have a penalty call by the looks of it.
Interesting. Let's check out the replay on that one, I think.
Absolutely. As the pair get up and hug it out.
Oh, I guess there was some contact there, but
Looked like Wells was trying to use his body to protect the puck and just kind of lost it.
I think that's what
Lost
might
his
happen when
footing.
you start hot dogging out there like that.
That's one of those that if you work with Brandon Wells, you might want to give him a hard time about that one.
We'll leave it to the
Our notes
viewers.
say he's bringing an entire cheering section. Oh, he's got a penalty shot. Lost
penalty.
control. Tried to go for the one-handed deke. The cheering section probably not too happy about that one.
Yeah, probably not.
As we get another look at it. Wells comes in. He's got plenty of ice on
Oh, he
his.
does, and he keeps his head up, and
He looks like he was just
Oh.
walking around outside with all that snow on his equipment. Usually that's the pro of being on the white team. You can hide it when you've fallen.
that's, well, you know what? Now we know why. We have the white uniforms.
Well, it's like that great Daredevil or Deadpool line where he says that's why he wears red, to hide all the blood.
Yeah.
These
I
guys
mean, that could be a thing in hockey, too. This is why Derek's wearing
a red helmet and red pants.
That's right.
Ahead of the game there, Jordan. That shot from the point, gloved by
Oh.
Endo. Listen
Wow,
to that. Listen
Endo.
to the white bench.
Jeez. My understanding was the puck was going to be on the ice, like no lifting, but who needs that when Endo's on it?
When Endo's
No
in that, you're
concerns.
fine. As the official, I'd be a little worried as we take another look at this one. From the point, it's
Whoa.
it's Akira Feldberg again showing off, Feldman, excuse me, showing off that shot. The score is saying Green's up 2-1. Did I miss a second goal?
I thought it was 2-1 white, so I think we'll have to do a bit more homework up here in the booth.
All right. We'll rewatch the footage shortly, clearly, and figure that one out. So White's going to cycle it back in their own end. Bobby Orr chips it up the wall. I never thought I'd get a call Bobby Orr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real privilege.
Check it off the bucket list for me, I
That's
guess.
right. I thought we would have had to hit like a third great grandson or something.
Turned over in front. The shot
Oh,
stopped
and
by
another-
Endo.
And decides to hold on, probably wise.
That was Andrea Kwan with a great chance there. She works in the provost office. Pops up on strategic initiatives when you least expect it. Not sure if I should be taking that as a positive or a negative, but
Hey, you got to have friends in the provost office. Mr. Paul Day clears the puck out. Followed
Wells.
closely by Wells. Wells with the breakaway. Oh,
tries going to his forehand this time, but misses the net. He bumped off Terry Jones there, who, if I remember our game from last year, Martin says Terry Jones is quite the legend around here.
yes, absolutely. Terry is now retired, but is an absolute star, both in IT and in hockey,
As
obviously.
our notes say, worked in IT services for 40 plus years, so doesn't get more experience than that. Centered in front. That one on the backhand of Kwan. She couldn't take the pass. Green getting some offensive pressure here. And that's
Here we
the announcer's
go.
jinx if I've ever seen it. They go back the other way now. It's White. Kwan, 2-on-1, centering pass.
Oh,
and
he's
it's just under the stick of Paul Day. All day, Paul Day.
all day, Paul Day.
Sent back to Shinzano. He's got to
Oh.
go for a bit of a skate. Looks like a speed skater trying to build up speed back there.
That's right. Oh,
As Jake Krause takes a spill. But if you
all
ask
part
him,
of the plan, I think.
a great save there by Yurchenko. I think Krause was trying to just create some space up the middle and a distraction.
That's right. It looked like it worked.
Got to give credit where it's due.
Mm-hmm.
That pass off a skate and straight to Shinzano.
Here we go.
Shinzano.
I think Shinzano's got something up his sleeve here.
Nice. I like the magician joke. Intentional or not, I'm giving it to you.
Yep.
Back the other way, a 3-on-1 for White. That shot wide of the net. Krause, another
Tested
glorious
a Krause.
chance. 6.5 to go here in the second period. Still tied up at ones. The scoreboard did correct itself. Shot scores. Wow. Seth Akira Feldman picks that top corner. Maybe the scoreboard just saw the future because now it's 2-1 Green.
Wow.
Skates in so calmly and rockets
Just
that one
past the glove.
over the glove of Endo. No
Endo.
celebration, a bit of a delayed celebration, but it did show up there.
A respectful celebration.
Yes.
That's how we roll in IT.
Well, you know, there's also plenty of hockey left. You don't want to be on one of those not top 10s where you got the great celebration, then you lose like 7-2 or something.
Absolutely. And we've got White with the face-off.
Kwan's walking in with the puck. White's been buzzing all for about the last 20 minutes, I'd say. Feels like they're due for another one.
That's right.
Just Yurchenko's been so good back there.
Green is able to clear.
Here's Kwan. Gotta say, great job by the officials. Haven't had to do much. I honestly forgot they were here, and it's been a clean game, which is a great sign.
Yeah, usually this is a very rowdy bunch.
You know, they set the
So,
tone early. They
that's
gave
right.
up that penalty shot, and now the teams have kind of settled down a bit.
I think the only logical explanation is Donna's keeping everybody in line.
Everyone's on their best behavior.
And our white team coach, Avi Hyman, is a little bit more reserved today. He's usually out there screaming and shouting.
Maybe waiting for that second intermission to put on a miracle-esque speech.
That's right. What I wouldn't pay to be in that change room at the end of this period.
Just a fly on the wall.
Just to fly on the wall.
Not a player. I'm exhausted just watching these guys.
No.
White walks into
White
the green
walks in.
zone, tries to find Krause.
Oh,
Pass off the mark, and Wells can't finish that one.
but another pass out. That was a very sneaky pass back the way he came.
The right idea. Great play by Wells. Feels like he's got one coming. Whether it's a goal or just an assist, he's going to get his name on the score sheet soon. I can feel it. A great job to settle that bouncing puck by Testa. Can he do card tricks too? Or
He can absolutely do card tricks. All
centering
kinds of
pass
tricks.
tipped in front. Does he keep a set of cards in his office?
You know what? That's a good question. Probably not where you can see it because he's able to disappear them. But if you asked him to produce them, I'm sure he'd pull them out of your ear.
I feel like if I was a magician, I'd have a deck of cards in my pockets at all times.
Yeah.
Granted, I lose my chopstick that I keep in my pockets, but it's harder to lose a deck of cards.
So hold on, you keep chopsticks in your pocket?
No, not chopsticks. I wish sushi was that easily accessible. Chopstick, like for
Oh,
for your-
chapstick. Okay. That makes a lot more sense, Matthew.
Chopstick's not a bad idea though. There's worse things to keep in your pockets.
Better than a fork. I will say that.
So that puck makes its way through, covered up by Yurchenko.
Yeah. I think Yurchenko's trying to give her team a break here with maybe a line change or something.
A great play
Very
there by
wise.
the looks of it. It's David Locke getting his stick down to block that center pass on the replay. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second period. That shot stopped and covered up. Oh, they're going to play the puck. Yurchenko telling her players, let's skate a little bit.
Yeah, let's get it out of the zone, people, is what she's probably saying. I mean, the cat-like reflexes can only take you so far.
Shinzano stops up behind his net.
A tricky play. He wants to try it again. No takers.
Did a couple laps there and
Did a
said,
couple
I
laps
don't
trying
need
to
it anymore. Somebody
tire
else
them
take
out.
this.
Now, number 4 is going to try the same thing.
Well, of course, it's Bobby Orr. Do you expect anything else? He pushes it up to Testa. And now Jake Krause throws it on goal. Testa!
Oh!
A great stop by Yurchenko
A fantastic
again.
stop. The team giving some appreciation to Yurchenko there.
And another huge
one.
save as Krause takes a spill after the shot.
Everybody's giving some love.
Being outshot 19-7. Green has a 2-1 lead as we take a look at this save. A great pass there by Krause to tee up Testa. But Yurchenko slides across. If this keeps up, I've got a feeling we might see her lifted out on people's shoulders.
I think so. I think we should go down and do that if they don't. You know what, Matthew? I'll tell you, as one of the many stars of the Orangeville House League mini program, as a goalie, and it's not easy being back there taking those shots.
Listen, if it wasn't for those knee injuries, who knows where you would have ended up.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Walks out front. That shot's blocked. The rebound goes behind the net. Yurchenko's going to need some orange slices after this one.
That's right. With the amount of work she's doing today, I think she's done enough IT stuff.
She might be taking tomorrow off.
Take tomorrow off.
Less than a minute to go here in the second period. White yet to find the back of the net here in the second. Thanks to some great play from Yurchenko. Pushed up to Laurie. Laurie Harrison has it taken away. Before Alex Matos just pushes it into the white zone. 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Here's Brandon Wells. Throws it behind the net. It's taken away by Green, who give it right back.
Oh.
Whew, a great opportunity there for Alana Zatzman. She'll get a second effort. And with 5 seconds to go, it's taken out of harm's way. We'll get the buzzer in just a second to signal the end of the second period.
A tightly fought contest so far, Matthew.
Absolutely. A 2-1 Green lead. White getting so many chances. Paulina Yurchenko.
19 shots on goal to 7.
You got the save percentage on 18 of 19 shots?
On 18 of 19, not off the top of my head. That's
I figured I'd try.
something like 96%. It's pretty good.
It's very good, I think, is the best statement to make on it.
Yeah.
Although it looks like we're taking a quick little break here, just so these teams can plan out their third period. Look at Donna, all smiles as her team's leading 2-1.
Looks like she's passing on some instructions to her assistant coach here.
And there you said, it's Evie Hyman very vocal to his netminder Endo.
Yeah, a heated conversation.
It's the blood, sweat, and tears he puts into
All right.
coaching.
Absolutely. I think everybody's clear on their mission.
It's his one shining moment here.
Yeah, this is your time to really make a difference. Our colleagues in IT do the impossible every day, but I think this would be
The most
the
impressive
shining
one
jewel.
yet.
That's right.
That one poked away. Yurchenko.
No, heads up play from Yurchenko there.
It's what goalies probably love. It's the one position you can't really fall asleep at.
Oh yeah, we love it.
I don't know if you've
Those
ever
little
seen
surprises where you have to manage your own puck and
the best of those videos of kids that they have mic'd up that are like 7, 8 years old playing goalie. That they just sing to themselves. That shot goes wide. It's very entertaining. Highly recommend you find some of those if you haven't seen them yet.
You know, when I was playing hockey, we didn't have YouTube. You know, I wonder if I would have been a YouTube star back then. Oh, and we give a
I don't
call
doubt
for a
it.
pass.
Loose in front.
Oh,
Yurchenko
Chesta.
makes 2 saves there.
20 shots on goal. Unbelievable.
Centering pass.
Oh my gosh. Was that a goal or?
The horn seems
I'm
to
guessing
think so.
Horn is a goal.
Yurchenko's like, it's right over there. It's
Look at
not
it.
even in the blue paint.
No, I think she's questioning this one.
Derek
We got a
Hunt
replay
saying
on
no
that one.
goal.
I don't know.
The officials lining up as if it's going to be a face-off in the zone. And here's the look at it. Oh
I
my
did not
God.
see anything hit the back of the net there. Another masterful save from Yurchenko.
Listen, I know that Team Canada's got some injuries before this upcoming World Championships. I have a goalie if they need one right
Absolutely.
here.
And you know the Leafs could always use the help,
Always.
especially in net.
Big game tonight against Florida. She's already warm. I don't know. It might be worth considering. Shinzano. Looks like he's ready to go for a skate. Walks around Kraus. Sends it back to the point.
Looks like Derek Hunt was ready for the pass out front there.
Didn't come, though. Now he's ready for a change.
Yep. That sounds like Derek.
Looking for the goal. Skates off for the defense.
That's right. Once the opportunity for glory is over, he's out of there. David Lockup with the
That pass
Moving
poked
forward.
away. Was looking to spring Matt Glanfield. Here's Laurie Harrison.
over to Alana. And cleared.
Glanfield goes the other way with it. Gets around his first defender. Glanfield says, I'm going to take it myself.
Yeah.
Cuts in front.
Cuts in front. Really split the defense there. That was a very wily play.
How do you still have the energy for that? 2 lines? They've each, in theory, played about 15 minutes of hockey. That centering pass, not enough mustard on it. And it's Alana Zatzman going with it the other way.
I know people get excited about Ovechkin being, a little bit older and still putting the puck in the back of the net, but
4
for
goals
my money-
away.
Oh, 4 goals away.
4
Really?
goals.
There you go.
And he ties Gretzky's record, if I'm not mistaken. Could be breaks.
I mean, what better time to break that record, though, when his popularity is at a bit of an ebb?
It's the perfect ride off into a sunset moment, although I'm sure he'd prefer the Stanley Cup.
That's right.
That pass blocked. Locke tries to spring Glanfield. Just out of there.
Oh, and Enzo with a heads up clear.
Just based off that, if we go into a goalie shootout, I'm giving Endo the advantage.
You
Played that
from the
puck
stick handling?
beautifully, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Looked like a natural out there. Wells walks in, cuts in front. It's poked away by Yurchenko.
If there were any holes in my goalie game, and I'm not saying there were, but if there were, stick handling may have been one of them. It's really hard.
I can't even do it with a player stick, and you're going to ask me to do it with a goalie stick? No, thank you.
Yep. Maybe the technology has gotten better, but I don't think it can have gotten that much better.
The technology may get better. I won't get better.
That's
So,
true. You know, I haven't known you very long, Matthew, but I'm pretty confident in agreeing with you there.
It's because you don't know me very long. Hunt shot goes off the outside of the post and wide. Just about 10 minutes to go here in this third period. White down 2-1 in need of a goal. Looks like Jay Kraus just took out one of the officials.
Oh, it's a poor look.
Wonder if we have a replay of that one. It was a little bit behind the play, so I wouldn't. Not sure if we would, but was great to. I mean, not great to see, but not something you see very often. Centering pass,
Whoa.
that one just goes through the blue paint. And
Just out of
Daniela
reach.
Malinik couldn't keep it in. Look at backdoor
Oh.
for Kraus. Wilkes just off the mark.
So the signals were just crossed a little bit.
Here's Shinzano.
You know, on small little miscues like that, that's where the coach really has to start screaming. That's my understanding of hockey.
Well, you know, that's your understanding. The coaches are trying to figure out what they want to do after this game. If
That's what it
we
looks
can
like.
take a look at that. As Yurchenko guides that pass to the corner. Shinzano
Oh.
has it knocked away.
and
gets
still
it right
is able
back,
to
though.
recover.
A tired White shift coming to an end in a 3-on-2 now. Shinzano finds Hunt off his skate and
Oh.
just wide of the net.
That's okay, Derek. That's not going to affect your performance appraisal this year.
Takes a spill there. And a possible 2-on-1. It's Brandon Wells. Throws that one on net from a distance and it goes wide. Bobby Orr pinches in deep. Throws it behind the net. Looking for the answer. Makes its way out to the point.
There's no free lunch in front of that net, I'll tell you. These defenders are clearing it away. We always appreciated that as a goalie, you know?
I'm sure this netminder will be getting a free lunch or two after her performance today.
That's right.
To possibly provide an entire team with some bragging rights, that's worth a lunch, I'd say. At least until next year's game.
Absolutely.
8 minutes to go here in the third period. Green up 2-1. It's Wells. Centers in front off a skate.
I have to imagine that 8 minutes feels like 100 minutes when you look
Absolutely.
at it.
Especially this late into a game. Your legs feel like jelly. Centers in front. Yurchenko
Oh.
again with the active stick to poke it free. Glanfield hits the wrong teammate stick there.
Let's say it works.
You know, they say they want tape-to-tape passes. I just don't think they mean exactly like that. Give it
Uh-oh.
away, and it's Kraus now.
Out of nowhere.
Shot
and a goal.
Yurchenko. No chance on that one. Jake
Jeez.
Kraus ties it up, and we get one step closer to that goalie shootout.
That's right. Wow. I think everybody wins on this situation.
Fresh
mean-
off the bench, Kraus comes in. Goes glove side on Yurchenko.
No chance on that one.
You know what it was? There was no intel prior to this game on Jake Kraus. We don't have any notes, and I doubt Yurchenko
well.
knew much about his tendencies on breakaways. So
That's right. I'll
So
tell you that everybody's head is going to be right up next year.
6.5 minutes to decide a winner. Testa. So that one taken away. Battle along the boards.
Oh, and they're able to keep it in.
Fall day, Paul day?
All day, Paul day.
No, you don't like fall, day?
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
I just got it. I'm a little slow over here.
No, it's okay. I might not have been clear enough on that one. Lightly roasted. It's okay. Centered in front. Glanfield shot kicked aside by Endo. Center in front and poked away. A possible chance there for Kraus. He's out at center ice while the puck's in his zone. Feldman
Oh, a
takes the
golden
shot. That
opportunity.
one's going to hurt.
Was that blocked by
Laurie Harrison, yeah.
Laurie with a high stick that goes uncalled.
She's going to feel that one tomorrow. As Malinik goes down, but makes the pass to her teammate before. Kraus' centering pass. That one
Oh.
goes wide of the net. White's
Relentless. Only one word for it.
clawing. Doing
A
whatever they
behind the
can.
back pass from the
to beat
magician.
Yurchenko. Pushed up ice, but it's just out of the reach of Douglas Carson. Just out of the reach.
Just out of the reach. Need a little bit more gas in the tank, I think, for plays like that.
Oh, no icing on that one.
No.
I think that's just the official not wanting to go all the way to the other end to retrieve the puck. 5 minutes to play, tied up at 2.
The tension live here at the rink is, you could cut it with a knife, really.
Everyone on the bench on the edge of their seat. I'm sure the fans are as well.
Absolutely.
A lot of chewed off fingernails.
A lot of intensity from our coaches.
Shinzano trying to make the pass here. Just throws it into the corner. I was looking for Terry Jones, but couldn't get it there. A race to the puck.
Uh-oh.
Yurchenko maybe thought about just skating that one out to center ice with how far out she was there.
She heard us.
Shinzano walks out front with a great move, makes the pass.
Oh.
No shot comes away with it. Terry Jones with the shot. That's stopped by Endo.
Oh, good to get that through, though. A nice save by Endo.
It's a great shot for Terry. Under 4 minutes to play here.
Did you know Terry enjoys water skiing?
Does he really?
Isn't that kind of wild? I feel like nobody water skis anymore.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like if you ask me what I want to do when I'm retiring, it's absolutely nothing. I want to do the bare minimum amount.
Absolutely.
You know, I like he's worked 40 plus years. To me, I'd want to sit and do nothing. And you got a guy that's out here playing hockey, water skiing.
Water skiing.
Hats off to him.
Absolutely. I mean, my dad always said you got to use it or lose it.
That's wise words.
Yep.
Looks like we had Andrea Kwan go down there, a couple players. We're going to get a penalty shot here as well. We're going to play a song that starts with the faster we're falling when a player takes a spill. I don't know about that one. As Andrea's up. No worse for wear, it seems of it.
Shaking it off.
Are we getting a penalty shot here? No, just a face-off.
We are a hardy bunch in IT. That's what we're known for primarily.
Face-off one back to Laurie Harrison. We're nearing the point where I'm going to ask you for a prediction on who scores the game-winning goal.
Oh, a prediction from me. Okay.
Almost there. Let's wait till the next whistle if it's still tied up. Kraus centers it in front. Glanfield pushes it out. And a race. Here's Andrea Kwan. Kwan pushes it below the goal line. She was heavily pressured from Mr. All Day. That shot's blocked by Harrison. Feldman walks out in front with it, has it poked away. Throws it in front off the skate of a Team White player. And they're going to go back the other way with it. A 4-on-2 as Wilkes finds Testa.
Oh, this is my call, by the way.
You got Testa?
I got the magician. Yeah, that's right.
Man, if he a 2-goal game and a magician would be a pretty impressive resume.
That's right.
Despite any of the other work he actually does. I think 2-goal game plus magician
You can
is
call
the
it a
top
career
2.
right
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
That's right.
You've peaked at that point.
Yeah.
Feldman splits the D. Goes to his backhand shot and a sliding save by Endo. Listen to those benches once again.
This is a tale of two goaltenders, Matthew.
Kraus has it knocked off his stick. They showed up late, just a couple minutes, and now they've made their presence felt. It's Shinzano now. Walks in.
Oh,
Wanted to make the pass back door, but nothing opened up. Finds Terry. Terry's shot bounces around in front and makes its way to the corner. Under a minute to play here in the third period. Do we have a buzzer beater coming up? Shinzano finds Derek Hunt. That shot doesn't make its way through. Into the corner. It's taken away. And they go the other way with it. It's Michael Kwan. Kwan has it knocked off his stick, and he throws it into the green zone.
Quickly cleared.
Listen, it wasn't officially discussed beforehand, but I'm really in favor of this goalie shootout. Centered in front, just out of the reach of Alana Zatzman. Back the other way, Shinzano.
Shinzano.
10 seconds to go. Shinzano on his backhand. 5 seconds. He's got to throw this towards the goal. He does just that. And it's deflected
Is that
wide.
Terry out there? Oh.
After
Well, you know what this means, Matthew.
60 minutes come and gone and tied up at 2. Green actually pulled their goalie by the looks of it. And I think that's where we're going to wrap it up, if I'm not mistaken.
I demand a goalie shootout.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to shake hands.
I guess that's
I feel like we should get the coaches do something like rock, paper, scissors. You got to have a winner.
You have to.
Great game from both sides, though. After watching this in a second year in a row, any interest in suiting up possibly next year on your part, Jordan?
Well, I don't know if that would be fair for all players involved. You know.
I have heard you also have a reputation as a more physical player, so maybe for the safety case, it's best that you stay up here and with me in the broadcast booth.
They don't call me the indoor kid for nothing. You know?
I've actually heard Hammer and Holmes.
Okay, I like it.
Any major takeaways from this?
I think my biggest takeaway here is that it's just such a fantastic group of people to be working with, and to see all this effort out on the ice, and everybody's still friends, doing some important work.
Yeah, this is the fun moment of all the game. You know, you get all the players on the ice taking photos. How often do you really get to experience something like this in your place of work?
Absolutely.
I can't imagine it's very often.
And Matthew, I think it's fair that we promised the viewers at home some high-level hockey, and that's exactly what we got here today.
I think we over-delivered on that one.
Yeah.
And
next time we'll undersell it.
And we promised Donna some light roasting, and I'd say we underdid that.
Oh, yeah. There wasn't a lot to roast, honestly.
Just strong performance from everyone.
Yep.
If I trusted my ability to walk on ice, I'd go down and take this photo, but I'll leave the official and skates to that one.
Yep. Probably wise.
The goalie is obviously front and center, as most goalies are, but I'm going to say it's performance-based. That's purely
Star
it.
number 1, star number 2, right there.
I also like how, we could have the coaches stand on the bench, but we're going to leave some room between the teams just because there is a little bit of animosity, I guess.
Yeah, there needs to be. Donna and Avi are putting a good face on, but you can tell that each of them wanted that win.
Oh, absolutely. The players happy to come away with a draw.
That's right.
They wanted the win.
They might be a little bit more tired.
I do not want to be a part of that green dressing room after this game for sure. They're going to hear about that one.
That's right.
I think this is where we wrap up, unless you've got some final thoughts you want to share with the audience.
No, I just want to thank all the viewers at home for tuning in to the premier sporting event of the season.
Yeah, it was a privilege to get up in this broadcast booth for another U of T IT game, not alumni game. But it might have been the top. It was my favorite game at Varsity Arena this year, personally.
Wow. I think that
I'm not going to mention how many I've been to, but it was my favorite game at Varsity Arena this year.
Okay. It is definitely my favorite game of Varsity Arena this year, too.
Same time next year?
Same time next year.
Awesome,
I think
Jordan.
So.
It's been a slice.
It has been a slice.
Hopefully we get the opportunity to do this again in the future, and all the viewers at home, we hope you enjoy this high-quality hockey game. Take care.